Well, I think that's what we're gonna do, GrandJan. We got through the whole thing. I think I got like I was expecting it to be 2 to 3 hours, and I think we got like no for the whole for just us, and I think we got close to 4 hours. So that's a good amount.
Got more than we bargained.
Yeah, definitely. I think I got 3 or 4 hours with my mom. I got 2 hours with Kirk. I got at least 2 hours with Aunt Jo. And it's all gonna be together. Yeah, and they all tell different cool stories that was fun to hear. You know.
I like some of the Buck and Bob stories.
They got along pretty good, right? Buck and Bob.
Yeah, my dad liked Bob, and he didn't like Jerry, I'm sure. And I went with a guy named Lyle Davis from Thompson. Have you heard of
Yeah, I hadn't
Lyle
heard the name.
I went with him. My dad liked him because he was a country boy.
Mm-hmm.
The last time I was with Lyle, he invited me out to Thompson to a restaurant called the Desert Moon. I remember they were eating peanuts and throwing the shells on the floor out there, and it was a party at a bar. Lyle also died.
And when I was looking at my notes, or when you said that Buck died of Parkinson's?
No, leukemia.
Leukemia, that's right. But during that year, it seemed like you guys might have been in Trinidad when that happened. Do you remember how you found out about that? Or because I thought it was like 61 or something like that.
I was in Moab when he died, or I wasn't in Trinidad when he died because I remember the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
I remember him being in the, laid out in the coffin, and my Aunt Jess Woods. Has anybody ever talked about her?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was Ethel, there was my mother, Neva. Jess was the oldest, then Neva, then Ethel, then Jack.
So Jess was his sister-in-law?
Yeah, and Aunt Jess was an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, bad.
What do you remember about her at that?
Well, she had gone with, she was Buck's girlfriend before he married Neva. And when he died, she was supposed to bring the family flowers from Salt Lake. And she went off on a drunk someplace. And by the time she got the flowers they were all wilted. And I remember Dorothy and I were down on the floor by Buck's coffin picking up those dead flowers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I remember about that. And I remember that I planned the service because I was the churchy one. So I got the singers and I got them to sing In the Garden, which is an old hymn. They sang that. The boys I knew that were singers didn't know I'd sing that for them.
Wow. Was there a lot of people there?
I can't remember. It was in the Baptist church. I can remember that Duke and Mike were there and they sat by us. I was real close to Duke and Mike.
Leukemia is a tough thing.
Yeah, I was pretty sick.
That's like a blood cancer, pretty much. And once you get that, it's not easy to overcome.
No.
Sometimes it's impossible. So they're coming over for dinner tomorrow?
That's what I hear. I don't know if Spencer's coming, and I don't know if Dick's coming, but your mom and Steve said they'd come.
Right on.
There's really no place to sit. I'll have to bring that other stool in from out there and put it in here.
I can do it before I leave if you
Well,
want.
they can do it tomorrow when they come out.
No, they can do it.
You don't want to have extra stuff in this little living room. Do you need any help around here, GrandJan, with anything
I
right
don't
now?
think so, honey. There's,
Just gonna hang out for the rest of the day?
yeah. The litter box is always a mess back there. She gets litter all over everything. I always have to clean that up. I'll do that, and I don't know what I'm doing tonight. I usually go to bed early.
Do they have nighttime activities here?
No, it's dead in here.
Yeah.
Early night.
Yeah.
Nothing. They may in normal times, but they're so
Oh,
fussy
right.
now with
Right.
the masks and everything.
You getting up early these days?
I get up early. I go to bed early, and I get up between 5 and 6 usually every morning.
Oh my goodness.
And my car is right outside the door, so I can go places.
Yeah, I don't suppose you're hopping the fence like us.
No, but because my car is short, I can park back a ways and leave my walker out there, which I usually do. I didn't. Well, it's when I'm gone that I leave the walker there.
You like driving still? You like driving?
Yeah, I can drive good.
Just being independent.
I drive better than I walk.
That's good. That's a good thing. Just be careful out there. You got a lot of bad drivers out there.
Yeah.
Even if you're driving good.
I did have one I did bump crash into one car, and my insurance is paying for that. I'm sure my insurance is going to raise, but I'm more careful now.
Was that your fault? It was?
Mm-hmm. So I did the right thing. I asked your mother, but I didn't when it first happened because I had Terry with me, my neighbor from across the street at the condo, and she got out and looked. She said their car wasn't hurt, but I knew that I hit it. So the next day I asked your mom, I said, should I call that bank where I was with Terry and ask if anybody said anything about their car? And she said, you do whatever you think's right, Mom. And I knew it was right to call, so I did.
And they did something they knew? They knew about the incident?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Somebody had gone in the bank and said,
Oh, was that the bank?
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
was it a bank? So I did the right thing, and now I'm paying for it.
That's a pretty conscientious thing to do.
Well, it was the right thing. That's a roller.
That's for cat hair.
That's the cat hair.
Wow. Let's see if it works.
Well, if it's soiled, it may have to be washed. Let me see it. It has to be cleaned before it does anything good. Let's see. It should work out. There isn't much on it.
It's one of those as seen on TV things.
Yeah, I had 2 little ones too, and they really were. See, this is.
It's almost like a lint brush kind of thing.
But you can wash it with soap and water, and when it dries, it's still sticky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this has been washed many times. See, it's picking up.
But once you do, like, if it's
dirty, it won't pick up.
if it's something with like a lot on it, you have to rinse it quite a few times before it gets it off.
I love these things. I don't know where our little ones are. If you're a cat lover, you use this.
Dad's a cat hater.
I'm not a cat hater.
Just not a cat lover.
I just don't want them in my house.
You like dogs?
I like dogs too, I just don't want them in my house. I already have enough animals in my house with my kids, so
Including you.
once they get out, maybe I'll get a dog.
That's what he always says when I ask for a dog. He says, we'll get a dog, but none of my kids live here anymore. That's okay,
Since
that's
I'll be
rude.
the one responsible for everything.
See, it took it off.
That is a lot better.
Now I have to wash it.
Need help, GrandJan?
I do better if I push up on furniture or something.
You got your walking stick over there if you need it.
My walker. After I sit a while, it's really hard to get up.
Gotta get that blood flowing, huh?
Do you know what time your game is?
8 o'clock.
I'll be better in just a minute.
Yep, just gotta get moving, get that circulation going.
Next time I'm gonna fall on you, Gina.
Yeah, so you better watch out, kitty.
Kiki.
Grab that battery before I forget.
How long did it take you to get out here?
Oh, it's like 40 minutes,
40 minutes?
almost, yeah.
Quite a ways, huh?
It is. But it was worth the drive for sure. Watch out, Gina the cat.
She always just lay in the middle of the floor.
She lies right down in front of me, always. Wash the dishes too. You know who I would like to see, Layla.
Yeah. I love Layla. I saw her just the last time I think when you had all the grandkids over that one time.
It was a good party, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. You should do that again.
Well, I don't have $1,000 to give everybody.
No. I'm sure they'll show up even without that.
You think?
Maybe. I know I would.
Your brother would.
Yeah.
Derek, I think Derek's out of Alaska, back in Washington.
I always wonder about Derek.
In fact, I think he's working for Walgreens again.
Yeah.
Where does Lynn live?
She lives in Alaska with, what's his name? Rocky.
I thought Derek lived by Lynn.
He did, but I don't know why he doesn't know. I need to call him and ask him, I guess.
Yeah, I talked to him back in January when my friend Justin died. Derek knew him, and that was the first time I talked to him since that hangout at your house. But
He was in Washington then, or still in
yeah, I
Alaska?
thought he was in Alaska, but I guess he could have been.
I don't think he's been in Washington too long, but I need to talk to him and find out what's going on.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as nearly an arduous journey to get here from Washington as it would Alaska, if you were so inclined.
Okay, it's ready for business again.